Also tonight, killer robots.
War is a video game, from pilotless drones to the pitiless technology of robots. They do not yet exist, but they could be the next big thing in warfare. Should they be banned?
Now on Newsnight, something completely different.
Well, my electronic friend David is here because there are moves to ban a new generation of military robots that can attack and kill without total human direction. Lethal autonomous robotics sounds like something out of a Terminator movie, and they don't so far exist, but they have been described as the next revolution in military combat. Unlike drones, which are operated by humans, once activated, they can engage and kill targets without further human intervention. Christof Heyns, UN Special Rapporteur on Summary Executions, is one of those who wants a global ban. Robin Denslow reports.
In the past, they've been the basis for a perhaps predictable sci-fi plot, but today they were discussed as a decidedly scary reality. Robots that can select, attack and kill. Lethal autonomous robotics, or LARs, are seen as the next major revolution in warfare. Some robots are already used in warfare, like these American Talons. A British academic specialising in artificial intelligence explained his concerns about autonomous weapons.
So our systems get more and more autonomous. The way they move around the environment, we have less knowledge about where that's going to be, what target the weapon will finally engage and where it will make that engagement. So on the one thing, you've got this increase in precision about what the weapon will do, and balancing that, or counterbalancing that, you have a decrease in the ability of a human to intervene in the final decision to kill.
Robots can, of course, have many uses. In this research centre at King's College London, there are experiments in robotic manipulation, which it's hoped will have uses in disaster response or in medicine. No one here wants this research to be stopped, of course, but it's recognised that such programmes could also have military use.
Well, they could, in principle, decide who to kill and who not to kill, but I think it's not really helpful to focus on that, because the focus on that side of things tends to encourage people to envisage a kind of Terminator-type robot that's coming out to kill them personally. This is not a future that any of us working in the field envisage.
The precursors of lethal autonomous robotics are, of course, the drones, unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs. Not autonomous, though the pilot at the controls may be thousands of miles away from the drone itself. They were originally intended for surveillance, but are now increasingly used to kill. They've been used from Afghanistan and Pakistan to Yemen and Somalia. 369 reported CIA drone strikes took place between 2004 and 2013. 317 of these were under the Obama administration. 76 countries have drone technology of some kind, and 16 have armed drone capability, including the UK. But only a handful are working on fully autonomous weapons, including China, Israel, Russia, the UK and the USA. While South Korea has set up sentry robots along the demilitarised zone with North Korea, all of which raises complex questions of accountability. If civilians are killed by an autonomous robot, or if it's responsible for a massacre, who should be charged?
Who is responsible for an autonomous decision made by a robot or made by a machine that was programmed to make that decision? And that's indeed an interesting question. Is it the programmers of that particular robot who are responsible, or is it perhaps the military commanders who decided to use that robot in the first place?
The technology for lethal autonomous robots is arriving fast. The UN rapporteur wants a moratorium. Military planners may argue otherwise.
Robin Denslow there. Well, Alexander Leveringhouse specialises in military ethics, and Laura Boileau is from the weapons monitoring organisation Article 36, which is part of the campaign to stop killer robots. Just explain to us what your position is, given that these weapons don't actually exist yet. Why do you want them banned?